Okay, we're back. I guess you would say. I was trying to work out a few of the kinks and the details of this stream, but I'm glad it's working. I really am. I wanted to talk a little bit about camping this weekend. Now, we are going for a ceremony. That's the main purpose. But we do know that we do have Bigfoot in the area. And we are going to take every precaution necessary. But I do wanted to get with everyone Friday night. And we do have one or two people who may be a little late. That's okay. We'll still go over everything that you need to know. We're going to make sure that everybody knows exactly what we're doing. Where we're going, exactly everything that we're going to do. We're going to go over that Friday night. So even if you are a little late, that's okay too. During the day, we're going to be teaching tracking. But it really doesn't matter. Whenever you get there, we're going to go over everything with you again. This will also help the other people, because it's a lot of information to take in at one time. And we're going to share all the information from the old ancient stories to how the Bigfoot came to be, the Bigfoot's origin, its purpose, and basically everything you need to know about a Bigfoot. A lot of people have had a lot of questions and have questioned certain people. But we always have the answers, so it really doesn't matter. We do have some good friends who do have experiences, and they have their own stories that we hope will tell. I'll be telling a few encounters. But some of the stories that I have are ancient stories that talk about before time began. Before time began, and when I speak about Diesel in New Jersey, how are you doing? Salute. Hola, ¿cómo está? I forgot what I was talking about, but nice to meet you. But I do want to talk about the history about the Bigfoot. I've been questioned many times, which I've always got the answers, but that's beside the point. We're going to start with, hey, Malcolm. Hey, I was just going over what we're going to be kind of discussing. I'm glad you're here. When we first arrive at camp, there are going to be people a little late. Two of them may be female, one male, maybe two or three people. And hopefully they can get there as soon as they can, which even if they show up 12 midnight, we'll still have someone on guard duty. And if I happen to be that person, which I'm going to stay awake most of this whole thing, because I want my eyes to be on everybody. But we're going to go over the history of the Bigfoot. And this will go back to the cosmic animals. This will go back to the saying of down the rabbit hole. How far does the rabbit hole go? We're going to explain all that. We're going to explain everything that happened before time began. And when I talk about when time began, a lot of people don't understand what I'm talking about, but it is true facts, and it is in history, and I will share that with you. There was also a time when half of the earth was only in darkness. Now we also will cover the Great Flood. All these things has to do with the formation of a Bigfoot. Not a creation, but a formation. And we'll get to that too. There's a lot to it. But once we get to camp, we're going to set up. We're going to go over these stories, and we're going to listen to other people who have stories, who will possibly share their stories with us. Everyone either has a story or a certain attribute that is going to be beneficial to this group. It's not a huge group, it's not a small group. And I have talked to other people about other camps that we could possibly do. But I want to form a group, and hopefully with the people who are here for this camping time, so that we all get started together on this, like a joint venture. And we hope to have it grow. But I was talking about doing some presentations and speeches and forming our own conferences. And a lot of the video that we take from this weekend, it's going to be used to help get sponsorship or to promote a conference or to promote a film. Everyone bring your cameras and everything, get good footage. Bring your trail cams. I sent out an itinerary or a schedule pretty much, but we do need trail cams, night vision, whatever you have really. And whatever you don't have, others will have. I have a few things, trail cams, 2 forms of night vision, 1 handheld thermal. It's not the best. It doesn't have long distance, but it can pick up hopefully around 50 to 100 yards. 50 is good. But we don't want anything closer, than that. But we're going to go over everything Friday. And like I said, some people are coming in late, so we're going to have guard duty. We're always going to have someone with eyes open, no matter if it's day or night. And we are going to have our rest time, so we need everybody to be resting when we know it's safe for everybody. Or we're going to have people sleeping in shifts. But we always want to have people with energy, and we want eyes on, on everything. We're also going to go over tracking. We're going to teach how to track. But we're also going to teach what to look for that other trackers don't know about. We're going to teach you how to track in the trees, on the ground, stone, water, of course, grass and mud. And we're going to go over mapping. We're going to show you the locations where we're at. I personally have never been to this spot, but I do know the location. And I'm trying to get a friend to come in from Tulsa area. He's been to this spot before. And if not, maybe we can get him to stream or Zoom or maybe just a conference call. But we'll get him online so that he can tell us about the area, what he's seen. Maybe he's got some pictures or video. There was going to be a documentary person. She may still show up on Sunday. There was another documentary person that was going to help out, but he has moved out of state, I believe, now. And we're also trying to get a person from, I think, Channel 23, which is up around Tulsa area, to visit the camp and to spend a little time with us. So anything that is captured on film, it won't be someone else's. They'll be able to take it back to the TV station and do with it what they see fit. But it won't be doctored video. Let's see. So we got the place in Telehina, already squared away. And from the get-go, we're going to be going over the stories and tracking. And like I said, the late people, don't worry about them. I'll catch them up. And we're going to move on that next morning. And when we go in, we're going to be as quiet as possible. We don't want to disturb anything. We want to really get into these places being unnoticed, or as unnoticed as possible. So there's not going to be much talking, because we're going to go over everything Friday and Friday night and Saturday morning. We want everybody on the same page, to where when we get to the site, of course, we do want to stop before we go directly in. We're going to pull back over. We're going to get back out. We're going to ask, is there any more questions? Does everybody understand what we're doing? Does everybody know exactly what we're doing? And once everybody is on the same page, if they are not completely on the same page at that time, but if they are, then we're going to move on. But if they're not, we're going to stop. We got to make sure everyone is on the same page and everybody understands where we're going and what we're doing. And of course, circumstances and situations and scenarios we're going to go over. We don't want anybody to get caught off guard. We don't want anybody walking off. We want everybody to stay as a group. And we're going to do like a staggered formation coming in. We'll go over that. We'll go over that also. But we're going to have to move a certain way to where we either won't be noticed, or if we are noticed, whoever is noticing us or whatever is noticing us will also notice that we've prepared for this. It's not going to be like you watch people go camping with the campfires, tents everywhere, people running here and there, noisy, kids are everywhere. This is not that kind of camp. This camp you observe more than you do anything. We're going to go over everything, like I said, of course, before we go in, so that the main objective is to observe. Of course, you're going to have your cameras. We're going to do the tracking. Get a perimeter set up. And then every so often, like the stagger formation, people will come in. It's going to be designed a certain way so that you see a constant movement towards camp. So if we do have observers, they'll be observing that we're not campers. They're going to notice that. And if you've ever been in the military, this is the way a lot of things are done and moved in on, so that you are done in a safe and timely manner, as it is said. This was, I was supposed to be doing an itinerary tonight, except I had some messages and people to talk to about camping and how they're coming in and when they're getting in. And that was with some of the people who were going to be late. They just wanted to make sure everything was okay, and that they gave me a time of about when they would arrive, so that we'll be up and expecting them. But at this camp, like I said, everyone's going to be pulling guard duty, sleep whenever you're supposed to be sleeping. The guard duty, we're going to be taking shifts. And if there are disturbances or oddities, then we're all going to be up. Because we want everyone to be aware of what's going on. And we don't want anybody caught off guard or sleeping. That's the worst to get caught, is caught sleeping. So, I just wanted to come on for a little bit. I was trying to work out some kinks, but I can see that I haven't worked it completely out. But I will work on that also tomorrow and the next day. We still have time. We are also talking about maybe trying to get a series going until we can get sponsored, or it'll all be unfunded and volunteer for at the beginning. But if anybody knows me, then they know that I don't hoard anything. If we do something, or if I do something as a group, then we all share equally, because I'm not that kind of person who wants to be above another, or have a higher pay grade than another. That's because we're all doing the same work and we're all sharing. So that's something to think about for the people who go on this camping trip. I want to be fair with everybody. If a venture does come out of this, and I'd like to see that happen, so that we can share more information and make more people knowledgeable of not only the Bigfoot but the other creatures out there. We will be giving talks during the day, and we'll just be preparing for when we get ready to go out. So it's only been about 16 minutes. I just wanted to come on and tell the group who's going with us that we got pretty much everything worked out, but everything that we don't have worked out, when we're all together, we will work everything out. We want to make sure everyone's involved. Everyone has the same idea, the same mind when we go into this. We want to, be able to know what the other one's doing before they do it. We're also going to go over hand signals, hand gestures, tracking, mind control, and the protocols when we are in the forest. There's certain things that a lot of other people don't know that we're going to be using, and we're going to inform you on all these ways and information and knowledge, because we want to do everything right. And we do see that on these other Bigfoot TV shows and things like that, they're doing everything wrong. And it's dangerous the way they do things. But anything that you do is going to be dangerous when you're messing with a Bigfoot or a predator like this. But we're going to give you the highest knowledge on the Bigfoot from its beginning to now, so that you understand what possibly could happen. But that is not the energy that we're putting out there. We're just putting out there what we need to get done, and we'll get back. But everybody knows that this place is occupied. There are Bigfoots out there. And most of the locations that we go to, you're going to find tracks. We may catch glimpses of them. Especially at night. Nighttime's the best time. But a lot of times in the daytime, they do like to let you know, or to try to intimidate you. But we know what they look like. We know where they're at and everything. So it's not going to be a surprise. And that's also one thing, too. The reason we're going over everything is because we don't want any surprises. In our warrior ways, we go over everything. Over every scenario. Everything. And the decisions that we make, we stick to those decisions. We don't falter them. We don't add to them or take away from them. So every decision that we make, we have to stick with and see it through, because that's the one we made. So, Diesel, Malcolm, wanted to say hi. Good to hear from y'all. And of course, Malcolm, I'll be seeing you pretty soon. I think there was someone on here a while ago named Katie. I think she was kind of insinuating or maybe asking about the camping trip. Yes, Malcolm, I like this too. It says, Malcolm says, I like this spot. Will be like being in their living room. Of course, that will be great, because they will get everything that we see at the same time. So nothing will be doctored, nothing will be staged. Everything that comes back on the film and our stories, our journey, will be the exact truth. And like we're saying, we're trying to get one of the news people to come with us so they can take back their own film. And they'll tell whoever this is what they filmed and it's the truth. But we do know the spots where these creatures are. The second spot where the ceremony is another spot, but like I said, I haven't been there. I have a friend who's been there, and I'll contact him so that he talks to us that Friday or Saturday before we go in. If he can't make it, we're hoping that he can make it so he can bring us his information face to face so that we can listen to him and get all the knowledge from him that he has to offer. But we're going to be I may go there Thursday evening, but I'll definitely be there Friday morning for the pickup at the Shell Easy Mart building. And Highway 63 is right in front of that Shell station. You can't miss it. You only go up about 2 miles at the most. Off to the left, there's a V like this. This one is Williams Avenue, and this one is Green Hill Road. It's coming right off the highway, and there's a V there. You'll see that. It's about 1.5 miles, 2 miles going east. And once you get on Green Hill Road, go about 1.5 miles. There's an Indian church on the right. And the very next dirt road is a driveway, really. Before you get to the next house, there's a big tree. You can't miss it. It's a little dirt driveway. Take that, goes around the corner for about 50 yards, and that's where we're going to be camping the first night. That's where we want to bring everybody in, go over everything, get everybody on the same itinerary so that we all know what each other's doing, and we all will have a safe and adventurous time, especially with the tracking, because once we get to either spot, we want to do some tracking so we know what's around us, how far our first sign is. But if we're right in the sign, that's when we really have to be careful. But we do need to find our camping area and the place of the ceremony, which won't be hard and won't take too long, but these are things that have to be done. I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. I've got 5% power on my battery, but I did want to come on here just to explain a few things and kind of go over a couple things. Malcolm, I will see you soon. There's a lot of people I don't want to say a lot of people, it's a small group, but it's a good group. It's people with experiences or they want to help in some way, so that this is not just a one-time thing. Hopefully we can get out to more areas, and all the people who are going to be involved in this group, just learning tracking and the things that we're going to be teaching, you're going to know more than 99.9% of everyone in the world. And I hope that this is not our only time that we do this together. I'd like to see us go out different places, because there are a lot of people who want information. They have a lot of questions. And I think this may be the best way that we can do this for everybody, is to stream it, to tape it, and to live it, and to show it, and to give everyone the information that they need, because no one has really given anyone information. A lot of people haven't given them the knowledge of the Bigfoot, where it come from, how it formed, what it is, and its purpose. It will get deep. It goes deep, deeper than anyone has ever studied in any history book. The only places you'll find this information are in the hieroglyphs, the ancient symbols, or the ancient manuscripts. You won't find it anywhere on the internet. You won't find it on any book. Well, you can find it in books if you know which books to look for, but they're not the most common. And then knowing what the book is, then you have to know what we know, so that when you're reading the book, you know exactly what the book is talking about. Because I've had people read books before and not comprehend the information in it. But we're going to break it down in a simple form so everyone can take home all the information that they need.